Get your motor running. Head out to the highway, looking for adventure. Hey, can y'all hear anything? Can you hear me? You can't see me yet. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Somebody type yes, y'all. Feel free to add me. Great. Anybody? Can anybody hear Mama Bear? Yay! Okay, here we go. Whoop whoop. Born to be wild. Woo! Woo! Wild pack. What is up? Thank you so much for your patience because the crazy nonsense that went on Tuesday. It was. Y'all, I was Mama Bear smash. I was ready to take my computer and throw it out into my yard and jump on it like Grape Ape. It was nuts. But thank you so much. I am so glad everyone is joining me today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome. If you're new to my channel, yes, I'm crazy like that, and it's just how I am. So I hope you're okay with it. Thank you for saying I was looking fabulous, which really was the thing that pissed me off on Tuesday because I was looking all kind of cute and everything on Tuesday. I was like, I would date you, girl. So, and anyway, all right. So if you're just joining me, and I am Bernadette King, but everybody knows me as Mama Bear, so you'll hear me refer to myself as Mama Bear. I am the creator and channel and publisher of the award-winning, history-making Arc Animal Tarot and Oracle deck, and my new book is coming out. Y'all, that's a whole nother story I'm gonna go into on another day. Now we're being held up. If it wasn't shipping first and it wasn't rising costs, now it's censorship. That's just a whole nother story. Censorship, right? We had to take out every instance of the word Tibet. Unbelievable. But here we go. Oh, headband. Amazon. You can get them in a cluster for like $12. So, wow, the scammers are out today. I've banned like 4 of them already. The ban hammer is strong in Mama Bear today. You can't hear me? You can't hear y'all? Who can't? What? Hey, Madeline, first timer. Everybody else can hear me, right? Somebody said they couldn't tell me. Oh, Scotland! I love it. Thank you. Hey, y'all have a great day. Thank you. Y'all can hear me, right? Yes. Okay. So, ooh, man, the chat's moving so fast. The young lady that said she couldn't hear me, I'm so sorry, honey, but that's got to be your system because I'm for real. I'm being heard this morning. I am being heard. That is important to me. So hopefully it's important to you. So, so here we go. Oh my gosh, a lot of UK people. I just love it. So all that being said, first thing I want to say is thank you so much to Teapot, moderator extraordinaire. She keeps me on the straight and narrow, and she's been so gracious with my kooky wonky schedule. I appreciate it. And just before we get started, hey, bear hug, Terry T. So I'm just going to do for y'all that don't know me, sometimes I do this thing called the Bernadiction, which is going to sound like it's like church up in here, but I am Southern, and sometimes we just got to get right with everything. And I know that this is a message for y'all because it's just kept coming and coming and coming and coming. So if you guys follow me on Facebook, you'll know that I've got this super secret project that I've been alluding to for almost a year now. And I'm sure people are like, it's like the cryptocurrency market where everybody's like, any day now it's going to burst open and everybody's going to be a millionaire. But it really is going to, sorry, cats. It really is going to burst open, hopefully by fall. And I believe I'll be able to start announcing everything within the next couple months, right? Maybe even sooner than that. But I'm normally a person that, and this is for everybody. So if you're here, no matter what you want to know today, I'm telling you right now, I would bet a dime to a donut. And you'll know why that's funny, the donut part of it. I would bet a dime to a donut that the synchronicities in your life have just been going supersonic, bump, 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 supersonic. Because the more you're worrying about something, or the more you're fretting about it, or like, ugh, the more the universe, in particular, well, for me, it's the animal allies. For you, it might be angels. It might be your ancestors. It could be anything, right? I bet they've been knocking at your door. I bet they've been ringing your bell. And so I won't go through the whole story, but for somebody who's had the most amazing connections and the most amazing things just go ploop, 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 and be put right in my path in the last week, literally the last 7 days. I can't believe at 1 o'clock this morning I was sitting in my easy chair because I'm Southern, I'm older, I'm big. We all have easy chairs in the South. And so I'm adjusting the lumbar. And for those of you that don't know me, I love cooking shows. I love baking shows. I don't cook. I don't bake. One day I'm going to show you all my kitchen. You're going to laugh. My sister says it looks like the looks like the love child of Barbie's kitchen and like I don't even know, and a dollhouse. So anyway, I was just sitting there fretting, right? Let me pull up my phone so y'all can see this. So right as it was out of my face, out of my head, and I said, you know, just one more sign, as if I hadn't seen enough signs, for gosh sakes. I was like, just one more sign, right? Okay. So I flipped over to the Spring Baking Championship. I'm currently watching season 5, episode 1, and I had stopped the other day and I flipped over to it, and what's there? Their challenge was to make donuts based on animal characters, and they all picked like fox, squirrel, porcupine, you know, that kind of thing. It's kind of, there's a glare on it. I'm sorry. Oh, there we go. But those are bears. I flipped over on the channel. Poof. There's donut bears, y'all. And that was it. Instantaneously I was sleepy and I went to bed because every time I turn around for this thing that I'm fretting about, which is dumb, I don't even, it's like my really good friend, I called him this morning. I was like, why am I doing this? And he goes, look, there comes a point you got to let go. And he said, and stop your own ASS from puckering. And I was like, okay, I understand that. So hopefully no more puckering. And I know, donut bears, right? Teapot, it's unbelievable. And there's just like all these other crazy things that have gone on. So here's the thing, y'all. Tim, I don't know who you're asking if they're Taurus, but if you're asking me, no, triple Scorpio. Scary, but true. So Ontario, what? We got a hole in India, and wow. Okay, so let me just tell y'all how this goes. Because I'm going to jump right into the readings, but I really just wanted you guys to know, I'm telling you, there's two things going on that a lot of people I've talked to have been like, oh my gosh, what's going on? One, people that have been usurping your time, your energy, your money, they've been using you. Your only value to them, the only reason they're nice to you is that they want something from you. Those people are falling away, where there's non-equitable relationships, no give and take. They are falling away like the trash took itself out. It's a beautiful morning. Wow. And so that's been happening. And then the other thing that's been happening is the synchronicities. And I'm telling y'all, it's the coming of the new age, the new dimension, the ascension, and the universe and everything that's over yonder is just coming front and center going, hey, pay attention. So I really hope that you're paying attention. So there you go. Okay. So all of that said, am I going to succubus spray be gone? Kimberly Lynn, that's hilarious. Pucker up, buttercup. Stephanie, searching animal prayers. Oh, see, look, synchronicity. This gal, Stephanie, is searching for animal prayers, and she opens up Facebook and sees this. So welcome to all the new folks. I really hope that you'll consider subscribing to my channel, hitting the notifications bell. I am, for the first time in my life, going to ask for some help for me, which is I really need to get these numbers on my channel up, in conjunction with the success of this new project I have going on. And so if you'll share, just share and subscribe, but only if you like it, right? Okay, so here we go. Here's how it works with me when I do readings, because I am fixing to fly through these readings like beep beep road runner. So please ask whatever question you want. Here's what I can't do today. I'm not going to do any mediumship. It takes too much, unless something hits me immediately. It takes time. It takes a different brainwave state, and I'm not there. So I want to get as many people going through. And so the other thing I want to tell you is I will not answer questions that have to do with the balance of someone's life. I will not answer questions that have to do with anybody's physical health. Please don't ask. Please don't ask me if so-and-so is cheating on so-and-so. I won't answer things like that. And I know that sounds like I'm starting off with a lot of negative stuff. It's really not. There are a lot of reasons why I don't do those things. most of all my own integrity and the bar that I set for myself as a reader. But anything else is free game, even if it's the yes or no questions. I decided this morning I was going to answer yes or no questions, and I never answered them. But when I answer yes or no to you, because that's what you want, that's what you're asking for, I will also follow it up with what Spirit is telling me, which is yes, but, or no, but. And if you're not willing to pay attention to the but, it's going to be a completely meaningless reading for you. Case in point. I told this old gal one time that, anyway, I told her something. She was all caught up in an affair and she was pregnant and the whole 9 yards. And I was like, yeah, I really do feel like y'all will be together long term if you do XYZ. She calls me the next day, you're a fraud, you told me wrong, and now I lost him forever. I was like, well, okay, what'd you say, what'd you do? Well, I did what you told me to. I gave him an ultimatum. I never said that. Spirit never said that. Ultimatums never go well. Ever. I don't care who you're talking to. They don't go well. I said, I never said that. What I said was, she goes, oh, well, I interpreted it as I said, well, I can't, I'm not responsible for that. So here we go. So there you go. Bella Harvey, that's a good question. How can you find your animal guide? Teapot, if you will please go to Whimza and plop in the link to the article about how to find your spirit guide. And then also there is a really detailed, video about that. I think that will be super helpful, but I love that you're asking. Jenny Helm, I'm really sorry for you, but I'm going to tell you, I won't do mediumship today, like I said, but I will tell you, for anybody who's lost anyone and are really concerned that they're okay on the other side, I've done over 65,000 readings. 65,000, yes, I've been doing this a long time. I know I look 28, but I've been doing this a long time. I've never, not once, never, ever, ever, not once heard from the other side that somebody wasn't okay on the other side. Never, 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 never. So you can rest assured that it's okay. All right. So, all right. You just need guidance. Ashley Rogers, I would love to answer your question, but I don't know what you need guidance about. You got to tell me, because you're not kidding. You need guidance in a number of different paths, and I can't go down all of those paths. So pick the one that's most important for you and put it in the chat. Okay. Are you going to have a good summer? Stephanie Sullivan, are you going to have a good summer? And you're, okay, one question. Everybody gets one question, and I can't get to everybody. I will try, but I can't get to everybody. And please don't ask 90,000 times. That's not going to help. I'll definitely not ask your question if you pester me or try to jump ahead of other people. That's not going to go well for you. So, Stephanie, are you going to have a good summer? You know what? I really think you are, because there's something, Stephanie Sullivan, who asked this question. I'm so happy for you, and please don't take this as condescending, because it's not. But I mean, there's a reason people call me Mama Bear, but you're going through a period where you're really interested in self-growth and self-actualization, like just making yourself be a better person. I feel like you've been surrounded by people for a long time who maybe are not the examples of people that you would like to be, and you've really embarked on that. And all I can see is you standing there at the end of the summer, like with this cape on, and there's like this big sun blazing behind you and all these rays and all this like superhero music, and your cape and it's just billowing in the breeze, and you're like, whoop, I did that. And I'm proud of you. So that's going to be a really good summer for you, I think. As long as you'll lean into that and not fall back into old patterns, because listen, old patterns, right? They suck, and we all do it. Okay. Will you be at peace soon? Victoria Newman, I would love to answer that question, but when I read that question, and thank you for calling me a beautiful lady, I want to say yes, but I feel like there's a deeper thing going on there. Sometimes when people say at peace, I've had people ask that in the past, that really what they were asking is, am I going to cross over or transition soon? And I don't know that you're there, but I feel like this is a bigger question than really saying, like, is all the mishigosh and all the chaos and all the whatever that's going on, is that going to, like, simmer down now? And I don't feel like the mishigosh is going to simmer down because you're not doing anything to simmer it down when really what I'm seeing in my mind, and y'all get used to me, I have visions, crazy as that sounds, I do. I just see you turning away and just going, we're done here, and literally doing the most precision, like neurosurgeon, brain surgeon, heart surgeon, just this cutting off of all the craziness and walking away from it like it never existed. And if you'll do that, then yeah, you'll be at peace. But again, I feel like there's something larger at work here. And I feel like the not at peace that you are is perhaps, uh, maybe you should talk to somebody about that. Now, please don't come away from my feed going, she told me I need help or there's something wrong with me. I didn't say that. I'm saying that sometimes it can help to talk to people about that. And if it happens to be a professional that you talk to, okay. Okay. If it happens to be a bartender you're talking to, I don't care. Just talk to somebody. Okay. I hope that's helpful, honey. Okay. Any change is coming my way. Christina Bybee BB. Yes, we change every day. No man can step in the same river twice. I'm not being flip. If you'll just be specific about what changes, I'll be able to help you better. Misa Hebner, Misa, Miso, y'all, if I massacre your names, it is not because I am illiterate. It is because people spell their names and in different ways and pronounce them in different ways, and y'all are from all over the world, which is so cool. It's just such an honor. I just love it when people come from all over the world. It's not. I'm sorry if I massacre your name. I love this question. I have no questions, but would love to hear anything you have to tell me. I do. I normally don't answer questions like that, but I'm getting a kick out of that today. Yes, I do have something to tell you. All of see, all of a sudden I want to giggle, and something tells me, well, okay, my animal allies tell me you've got really a great sense of humor. And lately, you haven't been stepping into that humor, but you've got to step into that humor because there's some really cool thing that's unfolding for you between now and the end of the year, that if you literally will just like find your smile again, find your, well, not even really a smile, the literal laughter where you can laugh at just anything because everything's kooky to you. If you'll just find your laughter, it'll happen much faster and you'll be like, it'll be cool. So I hope that's helpful. Jenny Helm, will my relationship get better after suffering such a loss? I want to tell you what you want to hear, and I know you want to hear yes, but I don't feel like y'all are actively working on it. I feel like everybody's numb, not even in your own corners, you're just numb. Because every bit of feeling has left my body, and it would really take a lot for me to even pick up my arm right now because I just feel numb. I don't really have any feeling all over my body. And until y'all can both decide that you're going to work your way out of the numbness, then decide we're going to do XYZ, and then decide no. Having said that, let me say this. I am going to, because obviously I read with my own deck. If you're not familiar with my deck, it's based on the Rider-Waite Smith Tarot deck, and but all of the cards have animals with them, and it's a 149 card deck. 78 of them are actually tarot cards, and then the others are oracle cards. So what I'm asking for you now, Misa, or excuse me, what I'm asking for you now, Jenny Helm, is what spirit animal wants to work with you to get where you want to go, which is to be, to work in healing. And oh, the sun card, the duck card, I'm guessing that your loss has to do with a child of some kind. or you're, I mean, well, that's dumb to say you're a child, because of course you're a child of somebody, but honestly, little yellow ducks, not live ones. So don't go get little live yellow chickies unless you want them and you can care for them long term. But even just like a little yellow rubber ducky, and I also feel like little yellow rubber ducky might actually be important to you anyway. There's some story about a little yellow rubber ducky anyway. So it's no, but it's yes, if that makes sense. And I would, Jenny, I would read everything I could on every site I could. Teapot will plop in here the link to my site, Building Beautiful Souls. You can see a really, it's a very different but in-depth description, a real world application of the Sun Tarot card. And you could always go to my other website, whatismyspiritanimal.com, and you can read all about ducks and their symbolism and meaning as a spirit, totem, and power animal. But I hope that's very helpful, because, oh, Lord, I just want to give... If I could put my hugs in the mail, not that they're all that, but I want to give them. If I could put my big old mama bear hugs in the mail and send them to people, Swanee, I would, because, see, I'm starting to tear up. I just want to hug every... Woof. Woo! I just want to hug everybody that's going through that kind of thing. And yeah, so I hope that's helpful, honey. All right, moving on. All right, let's see. Hey, Shelly, where are you, Dove? Teapot! Julie. Hey, Julie. It's good to see you again. It's good to see all y'all again. Y'all never know how much I love y'all that have stood by me, because the last few months have been... all I could do was hang on for the ride. I mean by my fingernails. A year ago, I bumped into this... Okay, so Julie MT asks, a year ago, I bumped into this person I have crazy soul connection to, and supposedly I was going to meet them a year later, but I wonder if I'm supposed to wait, do something else, or... Right, so that's a lot of questions in one, but here's what I'm hearing. Well, this is interesting. What? Okay. No, you're not supposed to do something else, because our timelines are speeding up. So whoever it was that told you a year later, in the way that our timelines are speeding up on this planet, it is a year later. And so no, I don't no, I don't think you're supposed to wait. Now, having said that, I will say, oh, and you know what? I probably should have prepared. Y'all that are new will not know this, but ooh, sorry, I should have told you before. Those that have followed me for a while know I am not the reader you want to come to unless you want the truth. Now, I'm never going to embarrass you, and I'm never going to be ugly to you, but I am not a sunshine pumper. I want the best for you, and I want to give you nothing but good news. Believe me, Mama Bear cares. I do. But it's not helpful, and it's not fair, and it's not integrous, it's not ethical of me to tell you what I know you want to hear just so you think I'm the nice person. That's not cool to you, and I don't do that. So anyway, I hope that's helpful, Julie MT. Oh wait, I'm going back to this. So Julie, what I was being told was you have a little bit of a tendency to glom, like that's it. You know, this is the one, and you go after it that way. Don't do that this time. That's not gonna be helpful. The way to proceed with this one is to just let things kind of unfold naturally and in its own time. And you'll see that, you know, this may not be the one, but I feel really confident that, nope, that's it. Spirit's like, nope, just shut up. This time, that's it. Her timeline is sped up, and that's that. I'm not gonna argue with this animal allies. Ain't nobody got time for that. All right, okay, Cherry B. Spirit has a message for you, and you're open to receive what it is. Of course, Spirit has a message for everybody, every day and every way. All right, let me see what it is, Cherry. I'm gonna pull you a card. Cherry, are you supposed to be traveling somewhere soon? Interesting. So the Elephant card, which is the Justice card, has come up for you, Cherry, and I just keep all I keep seeing is you not traveling somewhere or not moving forward somewhere when you're supposed to be. And so I would really encourage you to look to elephant symbolism and meaning. You know, elephant is a spirit totem and power animal, to start moving forward. And even though this card is associated with the Justice card in my deck, I don't feel like it has to do with justice in the traditional way, like law. I feel like it almost like it's justice to self. That if you don't move ahead as you're being called to do, led to do, that it's just an injustice to yourself, but you will have done it to yourself. So don't do that to yourself. I hope that's helpful. Wow, Cherry, I'm serious business now. Really, really, really look into everything elephant. Everything elephant. Like I want to go turn my AC down to like 65 because I feel like I'm out in the desert or in Africa and it's hot, or Thailand and it's hot, and like being in a sauna, breathing in the sauna, which is what it's like in Florida. Yeah, that's it. I'm hoping. Okay, Rose Ash, are you on the right path for your self-growth and spirituality? Heck to the yes. Wow. Rose, I feel like it took you a little while to decide, but when you decided, you're a square peg in a square hole. You're a round peg in a round hole. It's perfect for you, and I feel like you're going to stay with it forever and ever and ever. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. Um, okay. Oh, holy guacamole. This is moving so fast. Y'all listen, I'm not skipping people. I'm not. Normally I just I only read who I'm called to. I am trying to go in order, but this chat's moving so fast, and for some reason I use Restream. Oh, people ask me all the time what I use to multi-stream. I use Restream. I love them. I love Restream, and I loop it through Open Broadcast, OBS. It really works for me. And so is that if that's helping. So okay, there we go. All right, so I'm not dissing you. I just don't see your question in the chat. Ooh, Pearl. I love reading that. That's fantastic. Okay. Diane Owens, no question is a bad question. Welcome to the jungle. So listen, I also got questions about why, and welcome Cauldron Knights, welcome those from Spell for That. I am really good friends with the owners of those pages, and I welcome everybody to my channel, everybody. My path is more shamanic. It's all about spirit, totem, and power animals, psychic mediumship, that kind of thing. And I don't really ascribe to any one path. I'm a buffet person. I grew up in the South. We love our buffets. So for me, what I believe in and what I follow is what I consider to be the most relevant for me from all paths, right? So anyway, because I had a couple people email me and be all up in arms about all the witchy poos and Wiccans and pagans and druids and whatever that were coming, and I was like, how spiritual is that? That's not inclusive, and that's not open, and that's not tolerant, and that's not bye. Anyway, so back to Lord Jade. Yes, I do know Jade. I actually do know, and I will tell you, Jade Courtin, I saw your question, and I feel like there's something going to be happening by the end of the year that y'all are just going to have had enough of the way things have been, and you're going to be like, you know what? That's it. We're doing this, we're getting this in order, we're doing this one. All of a sudden, it's like this crazy just flurry of activity. And all of a sudden, either by the end of the year or into the first, maybe like February of next year, the house thing's going to happen, but in a much better way than you're thinking now. Okay, so back to the gal that asked about, is she on the right track with her Wiccan pagan witch? Yes, absolutely you are. I feel like Yes. But I also feel like, not because you asked if you're on the right path, but just for you in general, maybe trust is not your strong suit. And you're always waiting for the other shoe to drop. I just feel like you do this a lot. Like you're always ducking because you just think something's gonna fall and clunk you on the head. Don't do that this time. What Embrace this and be fully open, because unless you are fully open, that's when you're gonna get the best out of anything, obviously. But it's definitely gonna be the best that you're gonna get out of that path, because that path, to my experience, is just full of people that are open and kind and always willing to share, you know? I mean, if you've ever been to any pagan festivals or witch fests or anything like that, yeah, can people be totally bitchy? Yes, especially some of the people that come in and they're like, I'm a high priestess. What does that mean? Prove it. What, really? Who, really? What does that mean? You know, and then, or I'm a grand wizard. Really? What does that even mean? But mostly, like 98% of it is just full of wonderful, darling, down to earth people that are just fantastic. But a lot of paths are like that, you know? So, anyway, I hope you can get past your little bit of trust issues. And oh my God, Pam, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the donation. Y'all, thank you, Pam. Pamela Wong, $10. Thank you. For those of you that don't know, I donate 50% of what I make on my channel to the animal charities that I support. And all of the animal charities that I support are specifically in the lane of preventing cruelty and suffering of animals. So like Animals Asia and Animal Place and Gentle Carousel. Miniature therapy horses is one that I greatly support, because they take their little tiny horses all over the country, and they go into like children's hospitals and VAs and into, I mean, they always get called all over the country when there's a real tragedy like the Sandy Hook shootings, the Pulse nightclub, fires, tornadoes, hurricanes, whatever's going on, because the healing that they can bring these suffering animals, humans, because humans are animals, is I've never seen anything like it. It's just astounding. And then anyway, so there you go. All right, so I hope that was helpful, ma'am. I can't remember your name. Yeah, okay. So I hope that was helpful with you that were asking if you're on the right path. Okay, so Tina Louise, will you get your promotion soon? I don't know what soon means to you, but soon is not a word that I would ascribe to this promotion. And hey, Freya! Hey, Freya Maven! Soon is not a word I would ascribe to this promotion. And I read you when you say it's on hold, but I don't. Hey, Alpha in America 1! Man, I have missed y'all. Axie! Hey! Hey, Tyrion! Hey, Shadow! Hey, y'all! Shamima, hello! How are you? I, I wonder if that promotion is right for you. I know you say it's on hold, but are you 1,000% sure it's a done deal, that you for sure have that promotion as soon as it's not on hold for whatever reason? Hey, Mindy K. Um, ah, gotcha. All right, Shamima, I understand. If everybody would put a big shout out to Shamima's son Noah. 5 years ago today, it's his birthday today, he crossed over to the other side, and so that doesn't mean he's gone, it just means he's not in this reality. And so if everybody could wish Noah a happy birthday, I'm sure that would make Shamima very, very happy. Okay. All right. So, man, I want to tell you what you want to hear about that promo, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel 100% about it. But I do feel 100% that with some effort, you could snatch it out of the hands of who's trying to snatch it out of your hands. I do. So maybe it's time to have a frank conversation with the powers that be, and maybe they'll tell you, yeah, there is another candidate they're really, really considering. Oh, I hope that's helpful. Oh, God, I want to give everybody good news. Truly, I do. Okay. Danica, should I stay or should I go? Should I stay or should I go? You should only go. My head wants to do this ping pong, ping pong. And I feel like there's been a lot of going and coming back and going and coming back and going and coming back. And I feel like that's what you'll do this time if you leave. But that's not going to be helpful to you because wherever it is that you're going from, you're the only one in turmoil. I don't feel like anything else or anyone else involved cares or there's any energy around it. You're the only one in turmoil. And that means that you're not being celebrated or honored where you are. Listen, I haven't made a bad choice that y'all haven't made. And not bad. That's not a good word. I'm sorry. Wrong choice. Something that's not right for you, right? Not helpful for you. Believe me, there ain't a choice you've made that I hadn't made. The School of Hard Knocks, I rose up to be the principal at that thing. And if you are sent to detention in the School of Hard Knocks, which I have been, then you know you ain't doing something right. And I am now the principal at the School of Hard Knocks. But so I'm not casting judgment or anything. I've been where everybody is for the most part. I mean, certainly there are situations I haven't been in, but for the most part, that's why when Spirit tells me something, I'm sure that that's where we're at. You know what I mean? So don't think I'm casting judgment on you. But you should only leave if you're willing to like go, and I don't think you're ready to go yet. But when you are, it's going to go very well for you. Catherine Ann Nash. See, there's no coinky dinks. It's all synchronicity. Interesting that I just joined and you were talking about Thailand being a sauna, and that's where I am, and it is indeed a sauna. Girl, I know. I live in Florida. Y'all can't see it, but I got gills right here. I do. So, okay. Jocelyn Hoffman. That sounds like a romance writer. Jocelyn Hoffman, romance writer. Hoping for some guidance on my career path. If I'm not picked for a reading, then it wasn't meant to be. Putting it out there into the universe. Well, Jocelyn Hoffman, come on down. Want some guidance on your career path. Well, here's the thing. I think you've done a lot of jobs, or at least a couple of jobs. I don't know that I would call them a career for you, though. I just don't feel, when I tap into your heart chakra, which is right where I go when somebody asks me about career, I'm like a heat-seeking missile, man. I'm like a bee. And I light right on that heart chakra, and I look to see if it's lit up in accordance with what you're doing. And the hot donuts light is not on. You know what I'm saying? For y'all that don't know Krispy Kreme, first of all, I'm sorry for you. You've lived a half life. That's number one. But number two, when they've got hot donuts, which are the best donuts on the planet, they've got a neon sign, a hot light sign on, and that's always what I look for in a heart chakra. I just don't feel like you're... Girl, you gotta turn on your heart light. Listen to some Neil Diamond and let him help you turn on your heart light, because it's just not on. But once you figure that out, you'll be all right. And boy, you've got a really good brain for business. You are smart, a smarty pants. And you should, I just really feel like you got to lean into the things that make your brain work, because you get bored real easy. And if it's not something stimulating or interesting for you, like 10 minutes and you're like, it's like torture. So whatever you choose where it stretches your brain. And even, yeah, but what to do? I don't know, because I don't think you know. Like, I'm going around to all the things, right? All the things. And I mean, all the things. Y'all, I used to own a company where I manufactured topiaries and supplied them to Home Depot and Lowe's in, 13 different states and another 48 or 49 independent nursery retailers around the country. So I know from odd, kooky careers, I really do, but I can weld. Y'all ain't never seen me weld. Woo! I put on my little flash dance hat. I plop that thing down. What a feeling! And I get to welding on things. It's a lot of fun. It's not so fun now that I'm my age, but yeah, honestly, I mean, I am looking for everything, and I can't light on one thing because you're just not jazzed with anything. You got to get jazzed. You got to get jazzed. Hey, y'all that are asking about your health stuff, y'all, I want to answer. I want to answer you. I do, but I make the choice not to. It's not a one-off question ever. It's never yes or no. It's more personal than that. I don't, I don't, I don't, I don't. It's potentially litigious, so I hope you'll understand. I just don't. I mean, I just don't. So, but man, I want to. I truly, truly, truly want to. Okay. There you go, Diane. Okay. See, that makes a lot of sense. So don't do that anymore. Don't shuck jive and wail yourself. Don't, you know, don't do that. Just go in. Okay. Losing faith after going through some things, need guidance. Um, Kimberly Goda. Well, first of all, let me pull an animal for you. I really feel like an animal ally energy would be very helpful for you at this time. And in terms of losing your faith, um, I don't know that you're losing your faith so much as you okay, I'm going to get right back to you in a second, Kimberly. I haven't seen your name in the chat, but if you are Melanie, and you'll know the Melanie I'm talking about. Weirdly, Flamingo. Just know that Flamingo came up for you right now. Okay, I'm sorry, Kimberly. Let me go. So if you're here, that's funny. Kimberly Goda, I feel like you're not losing faith so much as you have been disappointed by people not living up to your expectations. Like you expected situations and people to be a certain way, and maybe it was the right way, maybe it was the best way, and then it didn't. But to say you're losing faith because things didn't meet or people didn't meet your expectations, I don't know that you're exactly losing faith. And the other thing is, I feel like you're a 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out the door kind of person. You which is weird because when it comes to love, you totally commit. Like I just feel you'll just like lay yourself down and take one for the team, like take a bullet. But at the same time, you are also a 1 foot in the door and 1 foot out the door person. And I wonder if you're a dual sign. I wonder if, thank you for those of you that are saying happy birthday to Noah. Thank you so much. Wow. My chat must be really lagging behind because I talked about that a while ago. Shamima, I hope that's very helpful to you. If you see all these people sending love out to you and out to Noah, I hope that's helpful to you. Um, I wonder if you're a dual sign, a Libra, a Gemini, a Pisces, because of the back and forth, or there's a lot of that in your sphere or in your significant houses or your rising sign. And that's no diss to you, but it's a faith is different than what you're going through and what you're experiencing. It's different than losing your faith. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Oh, you guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, okay. You are seeing it. Oh, I'm glad, Shamima. That's cool. That's cool. Okay. Susie Pierce. I am troubled over my upcoming move from Tennessee to Arkansas. Leaving all my friends and family behind. Will it work out for me? Yeah, because you're the kind of person that just makes. Oh, hold on. Yes, you're the kind of person that just makes things happen. Kimberly, hold on. I told you I was gonna. I told you I was gonna pull a card for you. Okay, this is nuts. This is the second time that Silkworm has come out this week for somebody. Now, let me just say that the silkworm only eats from two trees, one of them called the Tree of Life. And that's going to go back to exactly what you were talking about faith. I'd really start looking into everything about the Tree of Life. I really would. And I think you're going to be able to find solace and healing and answers in that. Just start reading everything you can about the Tree of Life. I hope that's helpful, Ms. Goda. Okay, and back to you, Susie. Boy, that must be for a job or some kind of great love, or I don't know, to do something bad and you got sent to Arkansas because from Tennessee to Arkansas, woo, Lord, Arkansas. Yeah, it's gonna work out for you because you just make things work out. Do I see you staying there a long time? Not at all. So go do whatever it is you need to do, and then exit stage right. 4 years at the most. I give it 4 years, maybe on the out at the absolute outside. Okay, I hope that's helpful. Okay, Tyrion, what do the spirit animals want you to know today? That's a good question. I don't know. What do they want you to know? Oof. Okay. In case y'all see me shifting a lot in my chair, I don't have ants in my pants. I got a pinched nerve in my dang back. All those years of hauling horse feed and hay and chucking watermelons, and I was not kind riding three-wheelers. I was not kind to my body when I was a kid. If there was trouble to get into or some kind of way to figure out something life-threatening, I was on it. I was like, ooh, that looks fun. Currently, I'm looking for an airboat operator. I gotta make friends with an airboat operator. Any of y'all in Florida that happen to know any good old boys that own airboats, I need to know them. Taryn, that's interesting. I don't remember if you're in a relationship or not, but something's going on with you about your true soulmate and wealth and family and just all these really good things surrounding that, because the Ten of Pentacles is just the most beautiful family in abundance card there is. And that's why piggies wanted to be the Ten of Pentacles. Is you never seen anything happier than a family of pigs. That's my pig impression. I hope y'all heard that. I might even do a rooster impression here a little bit later on, but yeah, dude, that's what you're supposed to know. So I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even know what's going on for you, but it's fantastic. But here's the thing. The other thing is, and this is interesting because Bull has come out so much. Like, I didn't hear from Bull for anybody I was reading for like almost a year. He never came out for anybody. And then in this past week, he's come out 5 or 6 times. There's something because every time he comes this time, he's telling me he's directing me back to Taurus. And Taurus, they'll stay on a path, trudge, trudge, trudge. And, they're known for staying on a path way longer than they should. But this has not been about that for people. It's been about you got to stay on a path. Pick a path, stay on it, commit, and stay on the path long enough to see any effective change. So there you go. Okay, I hope that's helpful, Tyrion. And well, hey, from Alberta. And yeah, I hope that's helpful. Please listen to the whole pig Ten of Pentacles reference. Please, please, Tyrion, please do that. Please, 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 I'm begging you. Okay, all right. Somebody asked about child support. I didn't see the whole thing, but they said something about summer child support. Here's how the only way that your child support is going to go well. I don't feel like, in the South, we call it getting with the program. When somebody says, hey, you better get right with God, or you better get with the program, that's the time that it is time to be, hey, Barbara Lynn, I don't know what you're talking about Christ, what crap, but you are banned, because whoever you're talking to, you don't talk like that on my channel, heifer. And you don't talk to people like that. You can tell me anything you want, but you don't talk to my people like that on my channel. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So if someone says, oh my God, Queen readings, tarot psychics, you're gone, Gonzola. I just don't feel like you've put your foot down. I feel like there's still a lot of grief over the ending of that relationship or whatever went on, or for your kids or whatever. But this person, I just see them skating, like ice skating and kind of tap dancing and going, this will never happen because she will never blah, blah, blah. And that's the perfect time for you to go wham and bring the thunder. If you bring the thunder, summer will be great for you. Might pay your bills, maybe even go on a little vacay, who knows. But if you keep chewing your fingernails and fretting and hand wringing, no, it's going to go very badly. Meaning, well, it's already bad. It just won't get any better. Again, I want to tell you what you want to hear, and I don't want you to think I'm admonishing you or chastising you or mothering you or talking to you like you're a kid. I'm just saying, this is what Spirit is telling me, and you got to get with the program. And you can do it. You really can. A lot of people I talk to, they just don't have the internal bandwidth to do that, but you do. You do. So, good luck to you. Okay. 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 Rachel de los Reyes. Rachel de los Reyes. I'm close to giving up and would like to know whatever you can tell me about my marriage, health, and finances. Okay. I will not answer your question about your health. I want to, but I don't do that. But I will answer your question. I will answer your question about your marriage and your finances. Well, listen, when people say they're giving up, that's just a fallacy. Nobody gives up. Normally, people get up the next day and they go do what they do. Even if you're depressed and you can't get out of bed, or you're in grief and you can't get out of bed, you still haven't given up. Giving up is when you decide to purposefully and by your own choice transition to the other side. That's giving up. But if you wake up another day, you haven't given up. And I find that if people would just understand that, they'd be so much better off, because the longer people feel like they're giving up or they have given up, the more they are ugly to themselves and are hard on themselves and in terrible judgment about themselves. But even if you can only open one peeper in the morning, one peeper, before you look around and go, nope, and you pull those covers back over your head and go back to sleep or whatever, or just lay there and cry, or lay there and punch your pillows, or text your bestie, or maybe you've got a bag by you with a sippy thing, and William, go troll on somebody else's channel, jackass. Oh God. I just feel sorry for people who cannot get enough business, real business, that they got to go troll somebody else's channel. It's crazy. And y'all, listen, let me tell you something. None of my people and me, we're never going to hit you up in the chat. We get a reading from me, inbox me, I feel drawn to you. That doesn't happen. I do give readings, and you're welcome to book one. All the information is down in the information below. But we are not going to chase you down like that. So, all that said. So first of all, you're doing fine. Just so you know. You haven't given up. Secondly, your version of what you think is giving up, I don't think would be a bad thing, meaning you're like, I'm done. I don't have the energy to fight anymore. I don't have the energy to try to fix anymore. I don't. And let the chips fall where they may, because what's the worst that can happen? You'll have bad credit. So what? There are companies that can fix that. You'll have to live with a friend or your family for a while. So what? We've all been there. So your marriage is, defunct. We've all been there. And that's not making light of your circumstances. And I am not diminishing or marginalizing what your experience is currently. What I am saying is that what I'm being told is perhaps your best choice is to give up, which I'm being told to interpret as, I'm out of here. I'm done. Dunzola. Nobody wants to hear that. Believe me, I know. Because there's nothing on that hand right now. There has been a couple times in the past, but right now, no. In the landscape for dating in Gainesville, Florida, it's like, oh my God. It's the apocalypse. It truly is the apocalypse in Gainesville. It's like Mad Max. But honestly, I just see you going through a time of everything is in decimation, and then everything starts to bloom again. I do. I hope that's helpful. Okay. Okay. Lord, y'all, wow, I want to give a message to every single person. I do. Truly, I do. Liana Alana Kirkevold. If that doesn't sound like a czarina or a queen of some kind of country, I don't even know. Would love a reading. Life has been a roller coaster lately. Roller coaster. I don't think you'd have it any other way. I just feel like, I'm not saying you thrive on chaos, Liana, if you're still here. Oh, she's a Taurus? Ha, Tyrion, that's hilarious. I just feel like you like exciting things. If things stay the same too much, you're like, you fall asleep, you get stagnant. But that doesn't mean that a roller coaster has to be negative or chaos. I'm going to pull a card and an animal for you. Well, an animal is a card. Leon, I'm going to pull a card for you. And then I'd like to know what royal family you're from. Are you kidding me? Liana Alana Kirkevold. Wow. Okay, how did this happen again? I don't know how this keeps happening, but my cards keep... I'm the only one who touches my cards. They keep getting jumbled. Okay. I'm from Scotland. Actually, that was more Irish. Hey, Axie. I'm so glad to see you. Liana, do you have any ties to Australia in any way? Do you want to go to Australia? Did you spend time in Australia? Is the Aboriginal culture like a thing for you? Like, I just keep being pulled to Australia and the cassowary bird for you. And I see your question. Life has been a roller coaster lately. That would intimate that there's something uncomfortable about the roller coaster ride. But at any point, you can put your foot, like a cassowary, in case, oh God, it'll take me forever to go through the deck and find the cassowary card, y'all, but if you've never seen a cassowary bird, they are a throwback to another time. They're just like really brightly colored pterodactyls, and they are hateful, hateful, hateful. And how they protect themselves and they kill their prey is they stomp on them with their big old foots. I mean, these birds have like serious, serious pterodactyl feet. And in fact, there's some poor old fella, I don't know what an 80-year-old man down half an hour from my house in High Springs, Florida, what the heck was he doing with a cassowary bird? And he walked out in its cage a couple, 2-3 years ago, and I don't know what he was doing in the cage with it, because I don't know what he was doing with it. And that poor old bird just stomped that old boy to D-E-A-D, death, dead, D-E-D, not even D-E-A-D, dead, but dead, D-E-D, dead. Anyway, they're dangerous birds. But at any point, you can put your foot down, and everything, like I see you putting your foot down, everything goes, and just stops and waits for you to go, okay, you go here and you go this and you do that. But in some ways, I feel like you're having fun watching the up and the down and the up and the down. Because some people that are involved in this thing, like in your sphere, it's a good thing they're going up and down and up and down and up and down. They got some lessons to learn, and I know that you know that. So I hope that's helpful. I hope that's helpful. Cassowary bird, look it up. And there's something about Australia, but okay. All right, Axie, you have to be in a meeting. Ooh, I hope it's a good meeting. Meetings. And that's why they call it evidential psychic mediumship, Tyrion. Yay. Okay, I'm looking for a question. Hold on. Veda K. I'm not sure how I'm here. I just opened my phone, but I'm not bad about it. That is hilarious. I love it. Because you're supposed to be. And y'all, listen, let me tell you something. Even if I don't get to you for a reading, I always ask the animal guides that whatever I'm drawn to, whatever I answer, that it's helpful for more than one. Axie, I didn't see your question. Axie, text me your question. I'll answer you. No problem. If I can't get to it now, I'll answer you on Facebook or something. So, hopefully you'll get help, because a lot of people are going through many of the same things, and like specific words or specific stories or specific songs, or just that will resonate with you and be the answer to your question. Even if I'm not answering your question, the animal allies, my guides, everybody on the other side, they're answering your question. I really hope that makes sense. Marilyn Ross, still camping and looking for your soul home. Lacey J, Day Mood, Venable. I don't skip questions because they suck. Nobody has a question that sucks. Not in my mind. If I didn't get to you, it's because I haven't gotten to you. There are hundreds of people on this chat and watching, and people blowing up my Facebook and all kinds of things. It's just because I haven't gotten to it yet, but I promise you it's not because it sucked. Okay. Okay, Cheyenne Norman. Should I keep trying to help her, or is she a lost cause? Hey, Emily Ackerson. Cheyenne. No, you should not keep trying to help, but neither is she a lost cause. This is one of those things where it's like a mic drop. Bloop. You just let it go. That mic will go wham right on the stage or wherever you're at. And even though a mic drop is normally considered like, I made my point, or now take that, There's no coming back. It's not like that. That's not the emotion that's being ascribed. It's just the drop it like it's a hot potato. Not drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's a hot potato. There's two different things. And don't look back, because this person will get, as we say in the South, right with God. It's just going to take a little bit, but they really are going to jerk themselves up from the abyss which they have put themselves in. And it's not good at all, which I'm sure you know. But your help is neither appreciated at the moment, your help is not respected at the moment, and that's not casting any aspersions on this person you're asking about. It's just saying that this person is not in a place where they can see it. Case in point, I had a friend that I was desperately trying to help because they asked for it. Build their business online for free. The countless hours I spent with this person. And it was like they had oppositional defiant disorder. They did not do one thing. Not one thing that I told them to do. And it's not because I told them to do it, but let's be clear about something. I get over 1 million people a month to my sites. I don't have 1 million followers on TikTok or YouTube or any other social media, but it's in the tens of thousands, very soon to be in the hundreds and hundreds of thousands. But I built my websites first. And so I know a thing or two about building your business online. Just anyway, so this person is recently very proud of the fact that they have now laid out money, because I was very clear with them. I'm done here. There's no reason for me to keep beating my head against a brick wall, because I'll help you forever, but not when you come back at me and want to tell me why I'm wrong or why you didn't do this, and then come back at me with expectations of why your business isn't building. That's not fair to me, and I'm not having it. So they walked out and they hired people. I hope they hired the best people in the world. And I hope that the fact that they're actually paying money is helpful to them. Maybe it will change whatever screw it was loose that wouldn't take the free expert advice. But this is the same kind of situation. Walk away, but please don't feel guilty, because this person will get it together. It may be a couple years, but you're going to be very proud of this person one day, and they're going to be very proud of themselves. I hope that's helpful. Okay, Emily Ackerson, how you can help support him in his journey. Well, I'm going to pull a card for you. Oh, Emily. Okay, so this is good as long as he will play along. And what that means is, of all 149 cards, here comes the eel card, and that's all about masculinity. Because snakes, no matter in what form, whether eels, snakes, even worms, they are the phallic symbol. I mean, that's like their original symbolism way back in the day when people were carving on walls and, that kind of thing. Totally get that. But eels live in water, and deep in water, and that means dealing with the deepest emotions. And that's how you can help him is he going to be willing to really look at the emotional components of what's going on? And I am being told that's going to have to start with his crown chakra, because he is uber sensitive. And because he's so sensitive, he's tried to toughen up, and he's put up walls and he's put up blocks, and he's ashamed of the fact that he's a guy, but he's so sensitive emotionally. That's what you can help him with, because that's where the pain is coming from. That's where the drinking is coming from. And I don't feel like he drinks all the time, but however much and however often is definitely not good for your family. So I don't think it's like all that, but it is all that for y'all. So if he's willing to do those things and you can get him to do those things, I feel like things all the things are going to be cool over time. I hope that's helpful. What is in my eye? It hurts. Okay. Very neat. Whoever told me that. Now the chat's gone on. Okay. Y'all got some really interesting names. I mean, like, y'all, I'm trying to get to all these scammers. They are out in force today. Please just ignore them. Or if you don't ignore them and you get a reading and they tell you crazy stuff like, buy a $500 candle from me, or you've got a black spell on you, or whatever, I can't help that. Please do. Titusville, Florida. I lived there for 8 years. Please don't come back to me and tell me it was me, because it wasn't none of my people. Okay, Madison Rago. My boyfriend is in prison. The day he got arrested is the day his ex had baby. She cheated on him and didn't know if it was his. Since he's locked up, they have his DNA. He says baby not his. Is he lying? I don't think he's telling the truth. And I think if you don't see proof of it, then I could be wrong. I just don't think he's telling the truth. Meaning, I don't even know that they had the DNA test done. So there you have it. Madison, you can do better. Okay. No, Mark Evans, you just had a friend request from Facebook. It's none of me or my team, because it would only be Shelly Dove, or Shelly who is Dove, or it would be Teapot. I don't know if it's anybody else, but hey, Carolyn. But it isn't any of my people. Okay. Yeah, Shadow, you do. Reach out anytime, and I'll get, when we're doing the fundraiser, which, by the way, I hope next week to be able to start the fundraiser for all of the Ukraine animals. I don't want to have a conversation about politics, so please don't start that on my channel. I don't do that. I don't allow people to do that. It's not about politics. It is that what's happening is happening, and millions of animals are dying. And there is an amazing vet, Marty Becker. If you guys don't follow him, he's just a great vet. And he's over right now in the Ukraine doing Veterinarians Without Borders. And I've been trying to ask, can we donate to him? I haven't gotten an answer yet. But then the Soy Dog Foundation has partnered with the largest animal rescue operation in the Ukraine. And they are raising funds to build a hospital, like get it done right now, so that they can treat all the people that are coming over without their pets, because God love these people. They are the horrors that are happening over there, and all you can see are people carrying their dogs and their cats and their birds and their rabbits and their guinea pigs and everything on their shoulders. And yeah, I'll be doing everything I can to help them. I already have on through me. But I am going to do another fundraiser, and maybe just keep the fundraiser going for as long as the war is going and after, because those people are in a bad way, very bad way. So, okay. All right. So let me get back to the questions. Okay. So Tanya Lynn, I've seen your question like 5 times now. I've seen you put it in caps now. Please don't do that. I saw it once. If I'm drawn to it, I will answer it. But please don't blow up my feed. And I don't know if you know this, you may not, but in the world of the internet, when you put everything all in caps, it means you're yelling at someone, but you may not know that. So I'm not judging you. I'm just saying, here's some information that might be helpful for you to know, because other people will just have a knee-jerk reaction. They'll be like, don't you yell at me, and they'll ban you. And yeah, so don't. Please don't do that. Okay. Stephanie. Okay, you can book a reading by going into my notes section, and there's a link to my site to book a reading. Hey Sheena, good to see you. Oh my gosh, y'all. Okay, I'm getting there. I would just like to say though, for those of you that follow me will know, this is the most readings I've ever given in 1.5-hour session. So I hope it's helpful. Y'all, I want to answer health questions, but I don't. No, yeah. See, Mark, no. If somebody's offering you a free reading and they're inboxing you or blowing you up on here, those are scammers. And they're not going to give you a free reading. Please don't. Y'all just don't. It's never going to go well. Ever, 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 ever. I don't know who you were offered a free reading from, Sandy Justice, because it wasn't my people. I always do free readings. No, Janet, I didn't send anybody a request. I did not. So if somebody's using my name again, or one of my pages' names again, I'm sorry. It's not me. And let me tell you something. Speaking of which, I really hope y'all will consider joining my forums. They haven't been very active lately because I haven't been active lately. But I am fixing to get with the program because I am so sick of the censorship and the nonsense on certain social media channels that are now called Meta, that they will do nothing when there are scammers that have jacked your persona, jacked your profile, trying to contact everybody, trying to scam them. They never do anything about them, never. And I'm sick to death of that. And I'm sick to death of people telling me what I am going to see and what I'm not going to see because it thinks it knows it based on my algorithm. And I'm definitely sick of things popping up in my feed that I have spoken about, not researched online, but spoken about. And poof, that shows up. Y'all, I make my living on the internet. I know more than the average woman my age about how those things work. I'm not having it. And for those of you that are from Cauldron or Spell, we have a forums. If you go to witchcraftandwitches.com/forums, Tanya's the moderator there, but Cauldron has a forum there. Celtic Witch has a forum there, and Spell for that has a forum there, and then there's an overall forum. I don't ever go there. Not because I don't like it, I just don't have time. But anyway, y'all could go there, and so there you have it. I hope that's helpful. So, okay, I'm getting back to the... Hey, Gail. Hey, Stephine Tipton. I think about you a lot and hope you're okay. You've been through a lot in the last year. Hey, Gypsy Nana. Gail, I'm going to pull a card for you. Hey, Margie. Hey, Kat. Gail, are you going through a dark night of the soul? You better not be. You're not allowed. Gail, the only reason I can think of that, I missed you, Stephine. I've missed everybody, y'all. I felt so guilty and so bad. I have just punished myself like you don't even know. It's been some months. The last few months have been some really crazy magic over the top. I cannot wait to announce this thing that's happening because now I'm for sure it's happening, as evidenced by the bear donuts at 1 o'clock in the morning. And so many other signs and symbols along the way. But there's been some truly crappy stuff that's happened, and I've taken a couple good hits from some people. I knew it was coming. I did. But that, listen, the hope springs eternal. But anyway, Gail, the only thing that I can think about this card for you is pangolins are the most trafficked animals on this earth. And don't get me started. Don't get me started about the ignorance. But they also really almost went into complete obliteration off of this earth. But a group of people started rallying around them, and now they are making a bit of a comeback, and they are being really highly protected and highly revered. So, Gail, the only thing that I can think of that's coming to me right now as I'm seeing in my psychic mind is that you got to reach out and trust that some people will rally around you and stop trying to go things alone. That's not being very helpful for you. So maybe read everything you can about the pangolin and take heart in that people care about them and people do care about you. Gosh, I hope that's helpful. Gail, you better not be going through anything awful. If you are, I'm sending a big old mama bear hug out to you because mama bear cares. I do. Y'all know I do. Okay. Kimberly, I can't even talk about it. And I have to announce on my Kickstarter today, yes, the book is still coming. Is it going to be here by the end of May? Probably not. Probably more into June. It will be here. hopefully by the end of June. But we just got censored. I can't even go into the story of what we had to do to go reprints and craziness. And this didn't happen with the Ark. The stuff that's happening over there, mm-mm. Proud to be an American, or at least I know I'm free. Don't give me flack about singing that song either, because y'all don't want to be living in any of these other countries where all this nonsense is happening. Of course, we don't want the nonsense that's happening here either. But again, we're not talking politics on my channel. I'm just saying. Jennifer Landrum, have I met the man I'm going to grow old and get wrinkly with? God, I hope so. That is hilarious. I don't think so. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. I just don't think so yet. I think it's close. It's just not there. Hey, y'all, listen. This is fun. Watch this. I got myself one of those desks that rise. Bye, y'all. See you later. Here I come back. I got one of these so I don't sit on my fat hiney all day. And I make myself get up and, you know, do the things. So I'm hiding from you because, Jennifer, you are such a doll baby. Anybody that asks a question that way, I just want to hang with you and have a margarita. But I just don't know that you've met this person yet. But when you do, they're going to have your similar sense of humor, and it is going to be a match. Well, it's almost like you're going to turn around and go, well, there you are. And that's what it's going to be. I love it. I'd like to be invited to the wedding. Thank you. Or the hand fasting. Or the commitment. I don't know that it'll be a wedding. Hand fasting, just celebration of commitment. Yeah, something more like that for you, I think. Okay. So for you guys that are interested in the forum, it's wild. Hold on. Teapot, do you mind flopping the... Thank you, Teapot. She plopped the forums of the witches forums in there. And then would you please... I know you do, Pearl. Go on the forums. And you'll notice that Tinkerbell hadn't been on there lately. She's had to step away, and Shelly Dove is taking her place as the moderator. But Pearl, if you're interested in being a moderator on the forums, that would be super. You're a forum animal, and I really have been trying to be a little more active, but y'all, there's a lot going on. But I really do have it under control, and I'm starting to roll out more at a time, and so I'm going to be a lot more active, and I'm just not going to be active on social media, answering questions or, you know, being supportive of you guys. Cause I've had it. What do I say all the time? Stay wild, do good for animals, including yourself, and stay wild. And I mean that. I'm just not up for anybody. No, no, you're not doing that to me. Hell no. Okay. So, you're not way behind, Danny. You're right where you need to be. Danny, you're always asking me that. You're always asking me about going forward on your spiritual practice, but I always feel like you're moving fine. You're doing fine. Weird. Okay, Dana, I'll tell you what, just Dana Walsh, I'll tell you what just came into my head. Huh. I don't know why this is important for you, but there's something about flowers that you love very much. And your spiritual path moving forward, and this may be something as simple as putting fresh, beautiful flowers on your altar, but just surround yourself with fresh, beautiful flowers. Buy them for yourself. And this may even mean flower essences, but it for sure means the real live flowers, the color and the shapes and the smells and just everything really appeals to you. And that's just going to brighten up every bit of energy in your spaces and all of your spaces, especially your internal spaces. Honestly, that's the best thing you can do for yourself right now. Okay. So, Stephanie Sullivan, you don't have to book a reading for me to find out who your animal spirit guide is. You can just, uh, you can just, hey, Janet Winston, you can, you can meditate or do all kinds of exercises or ask them to show up to you, and they'll show up. You don't need a reading for that, honey. Meta. Okay. Oh, hey, Jennifer. It's Castonguay, right? Didn't we determine that last time I was here and I saw you on the channel? Sure. I'm going to pull a card for you, Jennifer. Jennifer, what is this going on? Nine of Cups. Okay. Nine of Cups is all about wishes granted, but it's also about you having pride in what you've accomplished and what you're doing. So you puff up a bit, right? That kind of thing. There's no harm in that. There's no harm in that at all. And sometimes we puff up, like pufferfish puff up as a line of defense, but sometimes that's not so bad. I mean, if a bear is chasing you, I mean, there's all kinds of theories about what to do if a bear is chasing you. Don't run. That's the first thing. But many animals draw up and puff up as a sign of, "Oh, I'm big, I'm bad, you should be afraid of me." And I don't know what's going on with you, Jennifer, right now. I feel like there's a little bit of that going on. Like, it wouldn't be bad if you bowed up at somebody just a bit, not like, "I'm going to pound you." It's not like that. It's just like, let them know who they're dealing with. Then adjust your crown and move on about your merry business. But, I always say we don't wish, we don't want, we don't hope, we don't dream, we choose. Because wishing, wanting, hoping, and dreaming, there's always an element of, ooh, but I don't trust, but I'm not for sure, I don't know, is it going to happen, am I worthy, is it meant to be, blah, blah, blah. Whatever is meant to be is what you want to be. That's why we choose. Now, you got to be willing to go along with all of that, of your choices. Sometimes that ain't easy. I've been in business for myself my whole life. It's hard. Some days I'm like, hoo-hoo, my bank account thanks me. And other days I'm like, I should have been a doctor. I should have been a lawyer, right? Because I come from a Jewish family. That's all they ever want you to be. A doctor or a lawyer, or marry a doctor or a lawyer. So I hope that's helpful, Jennifer. And I really encourage you to work with pufferfish and the Nine of Cups, because whatever this wishes thing you got cooking on, or wishes, just turn them into choices, and poof, like, I've blinked and they're there. Okay. All right. I've got literally 1 minute. Okay. Coming out of one. I hear you, Gail. Good. We'll move faster. Margie got a fur baby. Oh, she's a rescue from Kentucky from the storms. Oh, I love that. Margie pulled the pangolin this morning. See? Okay. Yay, one person. Rem Chamaquita likes my sense of humor. Thank you. Because it's not for everybody. Believe me when I'm telling you, it's not for everybody. Okay, I am, good. Okay. Excellent, excellent, Gail. All right, I'm scrolling through these real quick. I'm going to pick one last question. Lord, I'm trying, y'all. Lord, I'm trying to find a... Jennifer Landrum, don't ask a question about how damaged you really are. You're not damaged. Nobody's damaged. You might be bumped and bruised a little bit, but nobody's damaged. First of all, your soul is perfect. Your spirit might have taken a couple of hits, but nobody's damaged. Nobody's damaged. I'm not saying that nobody's traumatized. I'm just saying nobody's damaged. Lord, y'all. The person that asked how many kids will I have? 42. I'm teasing. You're not going to have 42. Jennifer, I will have a margarita if I ever come to Oregon. Destiny Lewis, that's a very kind thing to say. Thank you for accepting me here and thank you for my time. That is very kind of you. Anytime, my love. I really am going to go back to trying to do the lives like 2 or 3 times a week. Now that I have the initial, this super secret project, oh, I want to tell you so bad. Now that I have the initial like first chunk of it, okay, we're all right. We're organized. We're settled. We're really going to do this. All this is in place. We're moving ahead. I've got a better handle on whatever. And by the way, Mama Bear just ordered new camera equipment, so I don't look like this. I'm gonna look like those other YouTubers with like those super clear things, and their sound's really awesome, and their backgrounds are awesome. Yep, it's gonna be a whole new world. I'm stepping into this century, y'all. I gotta up my game. Yes, I does. I gotta up my game, and so I'm upping my game. And you're gonna love it. A good friend of mine is coming over, and I'm gonna have a real studio. Okay, Samantha Brewski. I like your name. Your last name is one of my favorite things in life, a Brewski. I've been working on my spiritual psychic path for some time, and yet I feel like I haven't made much progress. Is there anything coming to you that might support my journey? Yes. You don't need a psychic to tell you this, but immediately stop thinking you haven't made much progress because you have no barometer for that. What I'm saying is, so that's the advice part. The second part of this is psychic, which is you don't have a barometer for that, meaning I don't know what you're trying to achieve spiritually, so I'm not even going to talk about that. But in terms of psychic things, you don't have any validation or feedback, meaning I don't feel like you're practicing. And the only way you can practice is to get feedback from people. Now, I am an evidential psychic medium. That is the standard to which I hold myself to. Meaning, throughout the chat today, what you've noticed is I've told people I feel like X, Y, and Z, and it's very specific. So things I couldn't possibly know about them just from reading their words or looking at their name, but it's an energy thing, right? So I connect with their energy, and then their energy talks to me, and my guides talk to me, and that's a whole nother long story. But unless I'm delivering specific evidence, not like if somebody comes to me and they say, well, I'm in grief, and I'm like, you're surrounded by your angels at this time. Or somebody comes to me and they say, well, my grandma died. I know because she's standing right behind you. I've never seen a spirit stand behind any dang body. Never. I'm sure some people have, but I've never seen it. And I've seen plenty of spirits in my life. Believe me when I tell you. One day I got knocked out of my chair by a big Irish wolfhound. I'll tell you all that story one day. But y'all, a lot of y'all would have been on the feed some months back where I was talking and went, and I turned around and I was like, all right, who out there, a bunch of y'all have been working with buffalo and bison. That feed filled up of everybody, and I know that. You know why? Because I felt a big old bison breathing down my neck, and he snotted on my shirt, and I turned around, and there were a couple of them behind him, and I was like, that's disgusting. Move along. And they just went right on out my door. And y'all have been on when somebody's asked me something, and I'm like, and I'm watching deer jump through my office, literally watching deer jump through my office. And sure enough, that person's spirit animal, their thing, I mean, I hate to say Patronus, but it really was Patronus. It was a deer. So there you go. Where I'm going with all of this is, Samantha Brewski, you got to put yourself in a position where you're reading for other people and getting feedback, and do that judiciously. Don't believe people immediately that tell you that it's not resonating. And I had a lady the other day. I was like, I feel like you've got deep ties to China. Nope. And come to find out, without divulging anything about the reading, it's one of the biggest things going on in her life. She just didn't put the 2 and 2 together. until we talked about it. And then other times you'll have people tell you yes just because they don't want to hurt your feelings, and it's not accurate. And so you've just got to be in a psychic circle or an online practice group or whatever. But y'all be careful of those online practice groups, because they are full of all kind of people. Don't let them hurt your feelings. Get out of it what you can, and leave the rest where it is. So I hope all that was helpful. Y'all, I just love you so much. And I really am hoping to do two lives next week for sure. I'm really hoping that this showed up on the Cauldron. Because it's a private group, we've been having trouble getting the feed to go through. So I might have to do something private for the Cauldron, or maybe even something private. Not private, like anybody else can't come. You can if you want to be a member of the Cauldron, or spell for that. But there's something with the feed that's wonky. And so anyway, I hope you will pick up your copy of the Arcanimal Tarot and Oracle deck, subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the little ringy-dingy bell thingy so you get all the notifications. And what's most important, to do good for animals and stay wild. Have a great weekend, everybody!